Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. My name is Nadine Spring, and for my presentation, I will be sharing my UDL solutions story. I've noticed a challenge in my teaching where students have been submitting assignments that appear to have been generated by AI. And so I wanted to address this issue not only to ensure academic integrity, but also to engage students more deeply in a real, authentic learning environment. And so to do this, I applied Universal Design for Learning engagement guidelines as the lens for creating an inclusive and accountable learning environment. This issue was surprising. It was concerning. And to be honest, it was also insulting. It compromises the authenticity of student learning and the trust within our academic community. And so, my goal is always to encourage a learning environment where students would feel engaged and motivated to produce their very own work. Using UDL's engagement guidelines, I tried to prevent even further misuse of AI by creating solutions that would recruit and pull their interest, sustain their effort, and promote self regulation. There is now clear wording, I should say clearer wording on the syllabus, though I'm not sure that all the students read it. And we're also working on putting in, more language on AI use that is consistent for all classes in the MPH program and putting this in the student handbook. One of the first steps I did was to optimize choice and autonomy, and this aligns with checkpoint 7.1. And by allowing students to select from multiple topics and formats for their assignments, my hope was that they gained a sense of control and ownership of their work. I never choose the topics for the students. We know this is important for engagement. I also provided information on how to use AI tools ethically, which I hoped would help them to see these tools as support and not substitutes for their own original work and their own original thinking. This approach encouraged them to feel genuinely invested in the topics they were exploring, which they chose on their own. And I want to be clear that I'm not against AI use in my courses because I know it's there and students will use it. But if students do choose to use it, then I want them to use it ethically. I have focused on fostering collaboration and setting clear goals. And this follows checkpoints 8.1 and 8.3. I encourage students to participate in peer discussions where they could share insights and hold each other accountable. This collaboration helps to build a supportive community where students feel more connected in an online learning environment. I also provide explicit guidelines about acceptable AI use, and if I need to meet with the students and explain it, I do that one on one. I emphasize that their assessments and their assignments and their discussions should reflect their very own thinking and their very own understanding. My goal is that this clarity helps to reinforce their responsibility and the purpose behind their work. I wanted to promote self regulation by encouraging reflection and fostering a growth mindset. And this is in line with checkpoints 9.1 and 9.2. In my courses, I ask students to reflect on their personal growth and the skills they were developing based on the learning points and the objectives of throughout the course. This, I hope, helped them to recognize the long term value of truly engaging with the material, which goes beyond simply just submitting the assignment and getting a grade. And by emphasizing their growth mindset, my hope is to shift their focus towards genuine learning and self improvement and self reflection rather than just completing and hitting that submit button. The results have been very positive. What I've noticed is a stronger commitment to original work among students, and many have expressed better understanding of ethical AI use. They reach out to me with questions. Students have even apologized for their misuse of AI. So, moving forward, I plan to continue refining these strategies and incorporate more structured reflection and feedback opportunities. UDL's engagement guidelines are a very valuable framework for supporting students in maintaining integrity and staying engaged in their work. So I'll wrap up. This experience reinforced the importance of creating a supportive and engaging learning environment that addresses challenges like AI misuse. Using UDL engagement guidelines, I was able to foster an atmosphere of accountability and authentic learning. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope my story inspires you to consider UDL principles in addressing similar challenges in your very own teaching. And of course, if you have questions or need to contact me, here's where you can find me.